I'm Raj Tumuluri, I'm CEO of Openstream.
Okay, excellent. And I understand you're here to talk about voice-assisted tech and AI and how it will tie into HR.
Okay. Not just voice, but multimodal, yes. Voice and,
right.
And visual, yes.
Oh, voice and visual, yeah. Video. So, what are we looking at? What kind of technology are we talking about here, and how would it work in terms of this kind of office function?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's one. I mean, there are many ways that the virtual human or virtual assistant technologies can help. But specifically in HR, you can actually use that more for interview preparation, coaching people on how to present, and then look at and also gain insights into how they are expressing themselves, and which is probably not possible until now in terms of visually assessing it unless you have actually physically met them. And most of the inferences that you draw are kind of subjective without any scientific backing. So now you have an opportunity to do it many-fold. Like, you can actually observe how a human is performing, like in terms of how they are expressing themselves, what is their body language, how confident are they when from a perception of the user, whether they're expressing themselves confidently, sitting confidently, and the diction is all clear. All that can be assessed from a analysis perspective from a HR person. Okay, but from an end user perspective, also you have another benefit, which is basically they tend to be more free in talking to a virtual human because they implicitly believe that this has been proved in many A/B testings that are done, that they tend to be, probably not so judgmental when you talk to a virtual human as opposed to talking to a human. That's what we are seeing as trends.
Right, so it sounds to me like we're kind of just it's a tool to help get rid of the a person's bias that they may, or unconscious or conscious, to look at another set of facts and data.
Absolutely. That is from an SSS perspective. Yes, correct.
I'm talking about from like an interviewee perspective. Is this something like a potential person looking for a job would be able to like practice with, or
yeah.
Mainly just
Yeah, that's the whole idea. So this is the initial deployments for this kind of technology are all in job interview preparations. So you could potentially actually appear before a camera and then allow the virtual human to empathize with you, ask the follow-on questions, and all the time analyzing your own behavior as to how you are expressing yourself and your body language, smile fraction, your gaze attention, and many of these markers are kind of used to assess that properly. And this has a scientific backing, so there are lots of markers that indicate, some of the inherent problems that the human beings have, including mental health states and many other things, and emotional states. Those can also be clearly brought out, even if you don't make them public, while you are analyzing. Yes, this kind of helps the user in terms of interview preparation. That's the first deployment, typically.
And from like an employer perspective, is this something that you could have like screening for like a first round of interviews if like they make it through the initial AI interview?
Absolutely. In fact, this helps in scaling the filtering process from a screening perspective, and that's how most people use it today. Yes, absolutely.
So how widespread is this in use today, and like how effective is it?
And there are lots. There are pockets of very advanced deployments, but it's not widespread as of today, as we all want it to be. But there are lots of employers that are looking at how to, first of all, they are using the technology in different ways. It starts with resume filtering, scanning, and doing AI to see what kind of plagiarism is there in the resume, and then you start that screening first using AI technology, and then you start with interview preparation. Do the first level of screening to see how the user is performing, whether you can also do, by the way, deception detection based on how it's almost like an alternative to a polygraph, if you will. And then that is something that you can use to assess the score. And there are lots of deployments of this technology in some of the advanced organizations. Yeah, definitely, the technology is reliable and dependable. It's a matter of somebody just offering this and scaling this to the mass.
How quickly is this technology evolving? Is it continuing to make improvements at a rapid rate, or how does that look?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the biggest thing is, like, when you're trying to do a video analysis, your affordances are much better because you have a much better server and other things available at your disposal to process a video. But whereas when you're trying to do this live and in real time, then the computing resources to do the AI on the edge, are the ones that are determining, how effective these things would be, because there is a lot of latency with communication between, the devices, whether it's mobile device or desktop computer, to a server, and that's probably not going to go well. But because you have very powerful devices these days, especially with Apple and everyone else, having very good depth perception cameras as part of their phones. So today, it's possible. It's evolving so fast that everything is moving to the edge, and edge as in edge devices that people are holding in their hands. And with just that kind of technology, when you have this kind of self-assessment tool, this could very well be a simple app on your phone that helps you prepare for an interview. So the technology is really evolving fast, but it's more dependable today than before, because it now can also find that there is any bias or anything like that. That is something that you can tweak as well. And there are cultural aspects that you can apply, because not everyone who is having animated discussion with a lot of bodily gestures is angry about something, right? So it could be a cultural aspect. So that is where you are seeing a lot of improvement in terms of adjusting it for the cultural bias and other stuff.
And what would you say to somebody who might be somewhat, maybe a little apprehensive about the idea of being, justified or not, that they are being, evaluated by AI, this method?
Whether you like it or not, you are already being evaluated by AI. Because the way you write, because your communication style can be your email and other things, which probably you are unaware that you are being evaluated by those things. And your composite performance index and other things that are done in appraisal process in most of the organizations, especially in the HR departments, is already AI enabled. So today, but this gives you an opportunity to actually see for yourself how well you are performing in terms of presentation or anything else, and then it helps you coach for that, right? So that's in fact, our studies, what we have found is that people trust the virtual human more than a real human, because there is that implicit belief that these will be more unbiased and not so judgmental like the humans.
All right. Well, that's about all the time I have for today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Obviously we would love to see this being used in every HR department, as it is used in mental health assessment and other things as well. And thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, Raj. It was a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Me too. Thank you.